All right, everyone, welcome back to the Coffee and Good Spirits stage. Sorry about that little wait, but we are rocking and raring to go now with our next competitor, Alexandra Hager, representing CJ Foodville from Los Angeles, California. Final adjustments on mic while we await our judges to make their way to the competition stage here. Call
All right.
for your music.
Music, please. Ready? Ready? Time. Welcome, judges. My name's Alex. I'm so excited to finally get the chance to serve you here today. For many, the past 2 years have meant missing out on the joy and memorable moments that travel brings. So it's my pleasure to bring a little of that joy to you here today. Sit back as I transport us to new and exciting places using coffee cocktails. The itineraries laid before you are going to give you a glimpse of where we're headed, and I'm going to start our journey with a nice, refreshing cold beverage. Our first destination today takes us to a bustling morning farmers market in the Colombian hillsides of Cauca, where cool coastal breezes come in off the Pacific Ocean to impart the coffees with delicious tropical notes. It is here at Finca El Paraíso that our coffee is grown at an elevation of 1,930 meters before undergoing a unique and highly controlled lemon-lime anaerobic processing technique that gives it its distinctive sparkling acidity. For my espresso today, I'm using a 1 to 2.5 ratio with a relatively quick 25-second extraction in order to achieve a bright, sparkling espresso with complex acidity and notes of lemon zest and cacao nibs. For our first beverage today, I'm going to begin using 1.5 ounces of a 1-to-1 honey syrup made with a coffee blossom honey from La Colmenita in Guatemala for its bright tropical sweetness, which is going to perfectly complement the acidity in our drink. For that acidity, I'm using just a 1/4 ounce of passion fruit juice, which is also going to bring those delicious tropical aromas like you might find from the fruit at our farmer's market. The rest of our acidity is going to come from our 1.5 ounces of espresso. For my spirit today, I'm using 1.5 ounces of a frozen strawberry-infused Bombay Sapphire Gin. The sweetness of the frozen strawberries helps to balance the bitterness of this otherwise very juniper-forward London dry-style gin. Finally, 1 dash of a 10% saline solution is going to help elevate those citrus notes and balance any remaining bitterness in our drink. This cocktail is stirred, not shaken, so that I can serve it to you at 40 degrees Fahrenheit, ensuring a pleasant drinking experience while providing you with a smooth, silky mouthfeel and allowing the sweetness to shine through. I'm going to be serving it today with a fresh strawberry foam, which is going to bring those bright, fruity aromas of our farmers market to you and provide a nice, contrasting texture. Both elements of this cocktail can easily be pre-batched, making it super simple to serve this at even the busiest of cafe or bar. Finally, I've garnished your glasses today with golden berries from Colombia as a souvenir of our trip to the farmers market. As you enjoy your time here, you're going to get notes of ruby red grapefruit juice, kiwi on the nose, tart mango, and peach after the third sip, with the finish of cacao nibs. Please take at least 3 sips and enjoy your time.
Let's hear it for Alexandra's cold cocktail.
Our next destination takes us to the shores of Lake Owassa, a beautiful lake nestled in the foothills of the Sidama region in Ethiopia. To help transport us there, I'm using a wonderful naturally processed coffee grown there by the farmers of the Faro Cooperative at an elevation of 1,900 meters and roasted for me by my friends at Delano's Coffee Roasters. For this cocktail, I'm using a super simple equal parts cocktail base that could easily be done as a brunch menu at any restaurant or cafe, even one without a trained bartending staff. To start, I'm using 1.5 ounces of a 1-to-1 honey syrup that takes advantage of the light vanilla and floral sweetness of a coffee blossom honey from La Esperanza Farm in Guatemala. It's going to also give us a nice syrupy mouthfeel. For my spirit, I'm using 1.5 ounces of Hornitos Plata, a Blanca tequila with crisp agave notes, and a spicy finish that are going to balance the sweetness of our syrup and coffee. Finally, 2 dashes of a grapefruit bitters is going to add a balancing bitterness, as well as some depth for our cocktail. I'm brewing today at a 1:15 ratio with 205-degree water in a Hario switch. A 2-minute, 15-second full immersion brew, followed by a 45-second drawdown through a V60 filter, is going to highlight the full juicy body of this coffee while allowing for the sweetness and notes of blackberry and dark chocolate to come through. I'm going to be serving this cocktail to you today at 130 degrees Fahrenheit, ensuring a pleasant drinking temperature while allowing the sweetness to come through. As you enjoy your time on the shores of Lake Owassa, you're going to get notes of clove, unfiltered spiced apple cider, and nutmeg, with a buttery body mouthfeel and a lingering finish. Thank you. As I serve this cocktail to you today, I ask that you wait until I say enjoy, as I'm going to be serving it with a wonderful aromatic foam to help place us. And I invite you to imagine yourself sitting on the shores of Lake Owassa, just after a brief afternoon rain. As the mist, thank you, comes up from the surface of the water. Again, wait just one moment to enjoy. I hope you've enjoyed your journey with me as much as I've enjoyed my journey with you. Please enjoy time.
Alex Hager, Seafoodville, Los Angeles, California. Come on over and join me, Alex.
All right.
How
Did
you
I look
feeling?
nervous?
Oh, no. You look poised.
Oh, cool.
How do you feel?
Not bad. Not bad.
Good.
Yeah.
I mean, that looked silky smooth. That was
Okay, cool.
great.
Cool.
Yeah.
It didn't feel silky smooth, but I'm glad it looked it.
Never let them see you bleed.
Right.
Stirred coffee cocktails, in my opinion, are too rare.
Right.
Rare to come by. So I was super happy to see you had one. It looked amazing. Were you able to? Was that a first try recipe, or did you try shaking it first?
I definitely tried shaking it first. I really wanted to get a smooth mouthfeel, and I wanted to have that strawberry foam. And once I started shaking it, I'd have the foam that the coffee itself creates. So to try to avoid that, I worked with stirring it, and it turned out perfectly.
I mean, yeah, that looked great. And then you use strawberry to infuse strawberry into the Bombay.
Yeah. The Bombay Sapphire itself is like super junipery, and when you mix that with coffee, it can be good, but it does tend to like overpower things. So the strawberry just is like nice at toning it down.
And I'm sure that fruity characteristic just melded with the coffee.
Yeah, it's so good.
Wonderfully, yeah. And then your hot cocktail. I loved your visual of like sitting on the shores and everything. That also sounded very, very, very nice. How did that recipe evolve for you?
That one was kind of a surprise one. So as you know, it's been 2 years for us preparing. We've had multiple kind of semi-false starts. One involved Patron, so because that was going to be the sponsor in New Orleans. So I had to develop a tequila cocktail, and it's a really fun cocktail because it's very much yellow plus blue makes green. It makes a color. And so it doesn't taste like any of the ingredients you're putting into it. It has a completely new flavor. So yeah. I
mean, when you're able to combine several ingredients and make a whole new flavor profile that doesn't taste anything like you expect, that's one of the amazing aspects of this competition, I think, is that you've got so many avenues you can take with the brands and the different alcohol. That again looked absolutely amazing, and the foam with the dry ice, always a really nice aromatic effect.
Yeah.
All right. Was there anyone else you wanted to say hi or thank or touch on?
I definitely want to give a shout out to our roasters, Delano's Coffee Roasters. I know I mentioned during my presentation, but they have been so much support over the full 2 years that we've been in the in-between and all the starts. They've given me tons of coffee, tons of support. Mike's been coaching me back here and helping me out. My mom and aunt and sister made it all the way from California to come watch, so I'm super excited to see them. And then my team back at CJ Foodville, who have had the pleasure, fun challenge of pretending to be judges and drinking on the job.
Always a perk.
Exactly. So it was. I want to thank all of them, and for all of you guys coming out and watching. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alex. Alex Hager.
Thank you.
Los Angeles, California, everyone. All right, so we are going to start to get set up for our next competitor, Christine Lee, and they are scheduled to be up on stage here, hopefully in the next about 2 o'clock. So if y'all want to circle back around then, come on back and see some more coffee cocktail action.